I was really impressed with how much of an effort some of the organizations are making to reform themselves internally. So for example, what Sarah and Tom presented from Tierfund and what Olivier presented about Concord, I thought was very cool in terms of transforming the organization itself and gearing it more towards a common subject or a common group of subjects to then be able to address the Great Transition. I also really like what Orion presented about Jamaica Plain and the community space in terms of actually working on the commons in a community rather than just thinking about it. And I was impressed by Martin Kirk's presentation of what they're doing with the tax haven as a public campaign. It's a difficult question because I have a disagreement with Micha about the importance of seeds. I kind of believe that everything is in the regime somehow, but if we mean small things that happen somewhere that's inside the regime, then I would say stuff like I described about Orion or stuff like Alvaro is doing in Spain. So experiments of living differently in a concrete community with concrete people rather than planning what the change will have to look like. So people experiencing that the world can be different and then branching out from there on a very small and local level. I think that in the times that we live in, people yearn for meaning, and so far they've been receiving this meaning from advertising, television, mainstream corporate stories, but these stories aren't working so well anymore because a lot of people are realizing that either they don't have enough or what they have doesn't make them so happy. So I have the hope that if we find strong stories about different kinds of community that can rise through a different way of relocalizing, then I think this will appeal to people that are looking for a new community or a new source of meaning in lives that have become very technocentric and very unhaptic or impersonal. So explaining or telling people, emotionalizing them about what change might mean for them in a positive way in areas where there's a lack anyway.